As we look back at Q3 of 2025, I'm pleased to say that the sales market across our region of Berkshire, West Berkshire and Hampshire is showing encouraging resilience. In Berkshire, prices have risen for the year up to August 2025 by 2%. There has been a drop in sales transactions by 14% due to some buyers taking a pause for clarity. In West Berkshire, we have seen prices rise by 2% year on year compared to last, and in Hampshire we have seen an encouraging sign where the property prices are still on course for an almost 3% increase over the course of the year. So what we are finding is that there is definitely still demand. There are buyers for properties as long as they are correctly priced. Where we've seen some agents overvalue or sellers want to test the market in an overly bullish way, those properties, when they sell, if they sell at all, are selling for considerably less than those that got the price right in the first instance. As is often the case this time of year, the narrative is dominated by the November budget, and this year buyers and sellers are reflecting on the government proposals for reforms of capital gains tax, stamp duty, even the buying and selling process itself. We are very fortunate, however, in the area that we live and work. We have an affluent, relative to other areas of the country, population that can take on finance. There are still very attractive mortgage rates available out there, making it an enticing move. One thing with this pause that we are seeing a little before the lead up to the budget is that there's going to be a pent-up demand, as we often see. So coming into 2026, we are forecasting a positive outlook. There is likely to be buyers coming to the market able and willing to move, and we are looking forward to turning our buyers and sellers' dream moves into reality.
And so on the other side of the market, we have the rental sector, and for Q3, it's actually been quite a prosperous time across the marketplace. We've seen an uplift in applicant registration so far this year, up by 18% compared to that of last year. Budgets being registered haven't increased significantly and still sit around an average of £1,750 per calendar month. So shows people's budgets aren't growing quite as quickly as rents are increasing. Now, on the rental side of things, we've actually seen an increase so far this year of around about 5.6%. So it's slowed slightly. However, we are still up almost 36% from pre-pandemic levels. So still a big increase. So far this year, our most popular properties have been 2 bedrooms, whether that be an apartment or a house. They are taking up almost 44% of our move-ins so far this year. However, they haven't increased the most in price and are only up around about 2% currently. Now, the biggest increase in rental prices we've seen are 4-bedroom homes, and this is mainly driven by the summer months, families moving for schools and things like that. So last year rents were around about £2,050. This year we're seeing the average prices at £2,500, so up almost 20%. So whilst registration is still up, there are also more properties coming to the market, so the balance is starting to become aligned. However, it's still hugely outweighed. Demand's still high, supply is still low, so prices will continue to grow. We've got the Renters' Rights Bill, which is still being talked about, is currently sat in the House of Commons waiting for approval. But as soon as we hear more information on when it's coming in, what is happening, we will certainly keep you updated. So keep an eye out for the updates. If you've got any questions or queries on either marketplaces, then don't hesitate to get in contact with your local office.